Today is Tuesday, April 12th. It is Be Kind to Lawyers Day. Go figure. Let's talk about tech today. Got right up here the XLK ETF, technology ETF. This is the big cap weighted one. You can see where it is already at resistance. Let's draw the line. You can see it hit resistance and backed off. But even more important than that, take a look at down here in stochastics. I know stochastics better in a trading range. This is sort of a trading range. Although it's in a different time frame. But what I do see here is that stochastics has started to fall off. You could see the downtrend here, these highs, and then it broke down below the 80 level or the overbought level, whatever you want to call it. You can call it 75 if you're into that. But the point is that the ETF is now trading in the bottom portion of its range versus the upper portion of its range when it was rallying. So this is a warning sign. Let's draw another line in there. This is not perfect. Is this too tight? Is that the line? Or perhaps it's forming a line somewhere in here, we don't know. This might be a little steep over here. So let's not get too fancy with that. But this is one measure of trend that is broken. It doesn't mean it's going down from here, but it looks like the mojo for the rally seems to be gone. Let's take a look at some other indicators though. And I want to look at the RYT. This is another ETF, and it's an unweighted version of the tech sector. Versus the XLK, which is more weighted. You can see it's not quite a resistance, although it would have been a stronger resistance going back to here. But you see the same sort of action in the stochastics, and this trend you could definitely get a better feel for a broken rising trend. Was this a steep trend that was broken and tested? Is that it? Is this a new one coming? Is this a set of fan lines, 3 fan lines? Let's get rid of that and look at this. Is this something forming? Is this a small head and shoulders forming? Again, we don't know. It's too early. But it does tell us, I think, that the rally from the February low is pretty much done. Doesn't mean it's not going to pause here and pull back a little and then go higher. But for the very short term, I think this is done. So we have the big caps, now the equal weighted one. And here's another index, which I like, the PSE index. This is the old Pacific Stock Exchange High-Tech Index. Now it's trading at ARCA. And let me just extend this trend line a little bit. You can see where that is. All right, it is now at the falling trend line. It's been underperforming the big caps. This has a large representation of tech stocks of all sizes, and it's pretty much hit its ceiling with falling stochastics. You can see it's definitely a divergence here with a break into the regular region versus the overbought region. So I think tech has had its fun for now. Doesn't mean it's not going to pull back, pause, and then break out. But for now, I think the tech party is over, and you have to treat it that way.